In this QDS video, you will learn how to get started using the Design Studio module by beginning a new questionnaire and adding a subject identifier. The Design Studio module is where you will enter your question text as well as any other instructions, branching, or consistency checks needed for your questionnaire. These are called the specifications and are built by using different types of elements in the Design Studio. All questions are added as data elements. We're going to first start our new questionnaire in the Design Studio. You can do that in a couple of ways. You can go to the File menu and select the New option, and select that New button on the toolbar. Then you'll go ahead and enter a name in the file name box and select the Create button. Then you'll notice that you have a mostly empty window showing only a line labeled End of Elements. As you build your questionnaire with different types of elements, they're going to appear here in what we call the element listing. First, we'll add a subject ID question. You can do that in a couple of different ways. So you can go ahead and go to the Edit menu item and go to Edit Insert, or you can go to the Insert New Element button on the toolbar, or even simpler, you can go to the Element toolbar and select that very first option, which is Data, which means you'll add a data element, which again is the type of element you always use for questions. And then you'll see the Data Element tab. First, you're going to want to add your text of question, which for this, we're just going to call it Subject ID. That's what you'll see on the screen. And then we'll need to add both a variable label and a variable name. That information is included in the exported data set. We're just going to call the variable name subject and use subject ID for the variable label. Note that as of QDS version 5.0, you can have a variable name all the way up to 32 characters. Now, note that when you're adding data elements, you're generally only going to enter information on this first tab, which is the Data Element tab, and then on that very last tab, which is called the Response Set tab. Now, what you enter on that tab is going to depend upon the response type. So we need to go ahead and select that here on the right-hand side. So for a subject identifier, we're going to select a response type of number. So we just go down all the way to number, and we select that choice, and we'll see it here in the response type box. After we do that, we go once again to that last tab. Most of those intermediate tabs you won't need to use when you're just starting out. So first, for a number type response, we're going to select a minimum value, and we'll do 1,000, and then a maximum value, and we'll use 9,000. Now, you'll notice that we have allowable choices down here for responses of don't know, refused, and not applicable. We call these special codes in QDS. For a subject type question, you don't want to allow those, so we'll uncheck those. And that's something that you'll always want to look at for every question, regardless of the response type. Once you've done that, go ahead and click OK. You're going to return to the element listing, and you'll see the subject ID line in black text. Data elements are always shown in black text in that element listing. That's all for this video, but to learn how to add additional types of questions and information, see QDS Online Help or other Design Studio videos.